This is exactly what I would do to speed up weight loss. And actually, it's the same thing that I've been doing for the last 19 days and I've dropped 5 kilos. Number one, I would track my calories every single day. Not just weekdays, not just when I fancied it, but I would make sure you are tracking your calories every single day. Because here's the thing, as a weight loss coach for over 10 years working with literally hundreds of clients, if there's one thing that I've seen is that people tend not to track the bad days, but they'll happily track the good ones. So if you want to make more progress, you're actually better starting with the challenging days. I would probably rather someone picked Friday, Saturday, Sunday if they were going to track 3 days than a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because chances are for most people they'll probably do okay on the weekdays. It's the weekends where things are social, where you're out and you're out of your normal routine, that you're more likely to go overboard with your calories. Number two, I would focus on fullness. The mistake most people make with weight loss is they think they need to try harder. And sure, sometimes you are going to be a bit hungry, a bit tired. Sometimes you have to push yourself to get your steps, or you have to push yourself to eat that meal even though you'd rather have something else. But here's the thing that saps willpower more than anything else. It's hunger, but hunger caused by meals that don't fill you up. I've seen so many clients come to me that when you look at their lunches on weekdays, 2-3 days a week, they're grabbing a meal deal from a shop, a sandwich, a packet of crisps, and maybe a Coke Zero, or maybe just a Coke, and that's not going to work. And the reason it's not going to work a lot of the time is because it leaves you too bloody hungry. Even swapping that meal deal to some better options where they have a higher amount of protein in the main, they maybe have a piece of fruit with it, they have a Coke Zero, and then they have like a high protein snack, that goes some way to helping. But when they are a bit more organised and a bit more deliberate with their food choices, it goes so far. And when you are at home at night and you can cook a proper dinner, having a plate stuffed with veggies is going to make your life so much easier. Because when it comes to evening snacking, which almost everyone struggles with at some point and feels like they need loads of willpower to avoid, a lot of the time, if you give someone a dinner that leaves them absolutely stuffed because it was chock full of veggies, had loads of protein in it, they don't want to snack anywhere near as much. So the amount of willpower it takes to say no to a packet of crisps or some chocolate that gets opened in the evening is much, much less. And it makes weight loss feel much easier. And number three, I would be more boring. Now, you might be listening to me right now and think, you couldn't be more boring, Cameron. You're probably not wrong. But what I would do is I would look at my meals that I'm having and I would put a few of them on repeat. I'm going to give you some examples. So right now I'm in a fast weight loss phase. I pulled off a really big chunk of weight and it's felt relatively low effort. I've felt very little hunger and I've not had to think too much about my nutrition. Why? Because what I've done is I've had a few meals on repeat. So what I've been doing is I've been making a chicken pesto pasta that is chock full of protein, chock full of veggies, and is a really reasonable amount of calories. And I've been having that 2 or 3 times a week. So immediately, I'm not having to think about 3 lunches a week. I know what I'm having. I've also been having a protein smoothie for breakfast 4 or 5 days a week. And sometimes when I'm on the move, I'll just have a protein shake and a few Weetabix in the morning if I'm up super early and out the door. So I have 2 breakfasts that rotate and I know the exact amount of protein and calories in them. I have that protein smoothie that's really, really filling. I make it super, super thick so that it takes me a little while to drink. It's chock full of fruit, about 250 to 300 grams of fruit. I have a banana and some frozen berries, absolute hack there. That works brilliantly to keep me full and I have those on repeat. Lunches, I've got that pesto and chicken pasta. Then I'll make a lentil dal and have that once for a lunch and once for a dinner. And I'll maybe make a couple of omelettes. But the reality is, my eating is a little bit more repetitive, especially during the week. And it means there is no sense of overwhelm. And by eating that bit more repetitively, by being less overwhelmed, what you'll find is you stick to your calories better. You stick to your nutrition better because you're less swamped with things. And that means you just make faster progress. And if you're struggling with how to structure it all out and you're not even sure where to start with your calories, then you might want to check out the link in the show notes because that's what my free fat loss guide is all about. It talks you through exactly how to structure out your nutrition, so this is far less stressful, and it also talks you through what you can expect in terms of weight loss week by week. And if you are on your own weight loss journey right now, but you're struggling with motivation a bit, then I've got a video for you talking about how I dropped 20 kilos during what was frankly the most stressful period of my life, the busiest I've ever been work-wise, and yet I still got into unbelievable shape considering where I started. If you want to see that, just click here and hit that subscribe button.